Hello, it's Rigers. In today's video I will show you my two most favorite DPS builds for Crusader for Battleground. There's of course more viable builds than these two, but they are more oriented to CC or they are more defensive, and it's not my taste. I am focusing mainly on DPS. I will start with some theory, then I will show you how it works in practice, and I will make comparison between these two builds, their pros and cons, and at the end of this video you should be able to choose which one suits you better or maybe you will be sticking with your CC or defensive build and you will not like them. So let's begin. My first build is oriented around Condemn. Condemn is our main source of damage. So the sets are 4-piece Mountbank, 2-piece Vitius, 2-piece Flagellant because it's increasing my continual damage by 15%, which is applied on Condemn. And as you can see, my two awakening slots, it's a chest and pants, and it's because it's increase the damage of Condemn. Yes, Condemn damage increased by 10% from awakenings. Same is applied for pants. So in overall, the Condemn damage from awakenings is increased by 20%, which is a lot and makes a huge difference in Battleground. Now my legendary pieces are helm is Arrowkeeper. It's our banner, very good for increasing our damage and damage of my teammates. Chest, Heart of Grandeur, it's our main source of damage, our Condemn. Shoulders are Divine Provocation. There's two options. You can use this or the shoulders with longer duration for conjuration. I think it's 39% increase the duration, but these shoulders on the other hand decreases your cooldown. When you take hit, your cooldown is reduced by 1 second up to maximum 4 seconds. So I am using these right now, but you can use the second one too. I am switching between them time to time when I am bored with one, so it's not a big deal. My pants are Permanent Reproach for increasing Condemn range. Main hand is Observer for our punish. Second main hand, Luminous Rain. It's our falling sword, which is raining to our opponents. And my shields are Battle Rhythm. Battle Rhythm is very good for this build because Condemn damage increased by 3% for every enemy hit, up to a maximum of 24% increased damage. It's very good when a lot of enemies are sitting on the idle, like 4 or 5 enemies, and you rush to them and press your Condemn. It's increase your damage immediately like 12 to 15%, plus the awakenings and our Flagellant set, and it's increased like 35 to 40% damage from our Condemn. And second shield, it's Blinding Wall. When Condemn is active, it's blinding the enemies for 1.6 seconds. So that's my legendaries. My Reforges are or looks like this. I am focusing on attack speed, beneficial effect duration, critical damage, skill damage, and primary attack damage. These are most important for me. I am not focusing on family bonuses. I am purely focusing on single attributes. So on every my piece, I have increasing these attributes with a few exceptions. Somewhere I have block chance, I think. Yeah, here I have block chance. I have a little bit increased block chance because for Crusader block chance is important stat too. but at the end I am thinking of switching blockchains too. So these are the Reforges. My skills are Falling Sword, Banner, Condemn, Conjuration of Light, Paragon is Warden, and don't forget when you're playing PvP with Crusader to go to your Warband, to Room Management, and switch to Protector if you are not using it, because Protector increases your block chance by 5%, it's not reduced by the strife debuff. Now let's look on our damage output on training dummy with 10 seconds. So, damage is pretty good. 12.2 million for PvP build. Let's look on breakdown. 4.8 million from Punish, 1.2 million from Falling Sword, 1.6 million from Condemn, and 4.6 million for legendary gems. Keep in mind that in PvP the damage will be lower because many things are debuffed by the stride debuff, so the damage is reduced only to 33%. But you can make a picture that this build works very well, specifically versus group of enemies when they are sitting on the idol and you need to clear the idol. This is very strong build to clear the idol. Let's look how it works in practice in Battleground. There's a lot of enemies, it's perfect. And look at the damage. Look at the damage output. And 1 kill, 2 kill, 3 kills. Yeah. And this is how it works. Perfect. Now let's look on my second DPS build. It's oriented around draw and quarter, but not the classic horse, but around the new Essence Light Strider with summons. Paragon is Warden, it's same. My sets are 4-piece Mountbank, 2-piece Vitius, but except of Flagellant, there's better to use 2-piece Shepherd because it's increase the damage of your summons by 15%. My legendary essences are for Helm, Mask of Condemnation. Mask of Condemnation increase my attack speed by 20% and my crit rate by 20%, and same it's applied for my summons, so it's very important. But I saw players using standard banner, so you can try, but I would like to recommend this helm more. My chest is Commander's Rally. The reason is, if we look at here, then damage increased by 19% when draw and quarter is active, and it's reduce the cooldown for draw and quarter, which it means that thanks to the Awakings, because both these Awakings are decreasing the cooldown for draw and quarter, that my draw and quarter is almost 100% uptime, so my damage is increased by 19% for almost 100% up, so it's great. I saw again a lot of people, or quite a lot of people, using instead of this the chest, which grants you immunity to knockback for a few seconds, but I am not a fan of this. This is more defensive build. Maybe this could work, but I think that the damage is better here. For me, definitely. So my shoulders are Sifket Advantage. It's increased the duration of draw and quarter by 39%. Pants are Light Striders. It's our main source of damage. Main hand is same, it's Observer. Second main hand, Luminous Rain. The shields are different, of course. I am using Gimcrack Buckler, which is good. While Punish has granted you hardened sense, your block will trigger an explosion, dealing some damage. and there I am using Luster Titanic. The thing is, I am not sure if this works, maybe not, but honestly there's no better shield right now for this build, so hopefully in the future they will add something interesting. In overall, this build is very good at putting constant pressure on your opponents, because Mask of Condemnation has 100% uptime, Draw and Quarter has almost 100% uptime, so you can constantly push and constantly fight, which is great. My skills are Falling Sword, Banner, Draw and Quarter, and Conjuration of Light. And let's see the damage output. So as you can see, the damage is 12.3 million. It's same damage in 10 seconds like from previous build with standard banner. So damage is very high. Let's look at breakdown. Punish 6.2 million. Yeah, it's because 19% damage increase from the chest. Falling Sword 836k. Draw and Quarter 1.5 million, and something from legendary games. So damage is very good. So let's look on Light Striders in action. Enemy is coming, let's go. Wow, look at this, how it is killing the enemies. 3 kills. Nice. If we compare these two builds, the first one with Condemn is very good versus group of enemies, and it's better for support your teammates because standard banner is increasing the damage of your teammates. On the other hand, the cooldowns on your skills are much longer, so you cannot push so constantly. If we look at our second DPS build, so this build is very good versus constant pushing, because you have 100% uptime with your skills. Your damage output is similar as the previous build, but it's more selfish build, because now you are not buffing your teammates only with Conjuration, you giving them shield but not buffing their damage. But this build is very fun to play too, very strong, and I am switching between these two builds when I am bored with one, and I suggest you try this. Of course, it's dependent on your resonance too, on your awakening slots, because if you are without awakenings, then of course these builds wouldn't work so great. Specifically this one probably, because you will have longer cooldown. But you can awaken your 1-star or 2-star gems, so it's not only for whales.